Now we're going to talk about pushing. When it's time to push, you will know. If you're getting checked by your providers, you will be past a certain number of millimeters before they decide to tell you, oh, it's a good time to push. And this time will happen either very quickly, meaning you'll get a few pushes and your baby's going to come out, or remember, the opposite end of that is that you could be feeling like you have pushed for hours, but you shouldn't be pushing for hours. So, um, if you feel the urge to push, tell someone it is just a strong feeling of your baby trying to come out. But if you do feel like there is a particular need to push, like your baby is about to come out, then it might be that your baby is about to come out. What exactly are we going to cover? When it is time for you to begin pushing, right? That's when baby is lower in the canal. This is further along after maybe your waters have broken, you have started to have contractions, you're going into labor. This is towards the closer end of the stages where you're about to meet your baby. And that's when you're going to do most of the pushing. The biggest tip I would give, because there's not many things you can be thinking about when people are screaming to you, push, right? Imagine that that's how it feels like when you're told to push and they're going to count for you. What I do want you to remember is to relax your face. People automatically push like this: 1, 2, 3, right? And all the stress and pressure you're squeezing onto your face, when what you really need to do is remember to not hold your breath. That's holding your breath, right? When it's time to push, take a deep breath in, push, and breathe through the push. Breathe through the push. Squeeze, breathe through the push. That's how I remind people to breathe while they are pushing. Breathe through the push. Say it just like that. Breathe through the push. It forces you to take those breaths. Um, it's there's things that can happen during the same stage when you're about to be pushing, techniques that you can use and ways that your provider can help you with your move along in your labor during this pushing phase. You can move around and change different positions, maybe go sit on the toilet, or get on your hands and knees. These are really common ones that people like to do when it's time to push. It feels really good to be in those positions. So get in those positions that feel good for you, that you feel like you're stretching yourself and supporting and giving time and space for your baby to come. The pushing phases are usually short. They shouldn't be telling you to push for 10 minutes straight. It doesn't make any sense. It will only make you contract and close up more. That's the easiest way to describe it. It might not necessarily be like that, but remember, your feelings are very important for this time. If your body feels safe to open up, that's why we're trying to create such a safe, welcoming environment where we want your body to open up and accept everything that is around you, rather than being scared or anxious by all this beeping and the sounds and the smells that often are associated with hospitals. So, to wrap up this section, we are going to talk about what are the things that can also happen when you are in this phase of pushing. Your doctor might use scissors to give a little snip, and that is called an episiotomy. And the idea behind that is that you'll rip. So let me make a clean cut incision. You can choose to tell your doctor if you do not, or are okay with them using that method, the next method is using forceps to grab and help pull baby out during the pushing phase. And another common one is using vacuum, basically suction. If baby's head is there, it'll be um, used to help pull baby out. And depending on what your provider is commonly used to doing, that's probably what's going to happen. So that's a good question to ask your doctor. Like, how often do you do episiotomies, use forceps, or use a vacuum? Most of them will probably say, no, we don't do that. I haven't done that in a long time. But ask for their numbers. The stats will show. Um, what they commonly do. Those are real numbers. How many C-sections are you having? That percentage. So, and not to say that it is good or bad, it could be any number and it could be an amazing provider. As long as you feel the care and support that you're getting matches what you want. And in closing, there's so many things that we can do, and we love to tell uh, moms about to prepare for the day of birth is supporting their perineum, right? If you don't want to tear, what can you do to reduce the likelihood that you're going to tear? Right? It makes a lot of sense that there's going to be practice, stretching. You need to strengthen the muscles down there, and um, really think about the physical support that your vagina is going to need to have a baby this size come out. So there's many practices that we have, and things that we can share with you to do. So if this is something that you're interested in, get started today. It is never too late, and it is very easy to do and implement into your day. So look for that, and start doing it. Share it with everyone that you know that's having a baby. Maybe it's going to help them. These are natural ways, things that you're going to have to do if you want to have a natural birth. Thank you so much for joining us. The feedback form will have the check boxes for you to subscribe for the evidence-based information. So look forward to that. And I love always hearing from you guys. So please use this as a way to share with me how this section is for you, how they can be better, what I can add, what stories you have to tell, what it makes you think of. I think that there's so much that I can add to this from your personal experience. I would love to share it with people. So let's figure out how to do that. Let me know in the feedback form, and I'll be in touch soon. Thank you.